Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Good start to the morning so far. I hope you guys had a good trading day yesterday. Not the hottest day of the market. You know, it's a new month today. It was pretty slow to the end of April, so I don't know how today's going to be. So far, we have a lot of news plays attempting to kind of make a move, like within the past 5 minutes. We haven't really had anything. We've had a lot of news, but really no runners. We saw in pre-market very early in the morning that there wasn't anything running except IMCC, which was a wheat stock. Right now, all the volume is probably going to be stuck into those wheat stocks, right? Because yesterday we had news that cannabis or marijuana is not as dangerous of a drug as some news like that. Um, so all these weed stocks are going insane right now. So the volume is stuck there, right? So we don't want to force out, especially going into a new month. We don't want to force trades that aren't in the sector. But that being said, it's a new month. We're going to start off a little bit slower, see how the market is. But within the past 10 minutes, we did just get this news play on ALCE. So we'll start off with that one. All right, we'll kind of take a look over this. You guys can see we got some news right here. By the way, Simon, I'm not going to be playing news plays due to religious reasons. I don't touch those new stocks. Those weed stocks. Let me pull up the. Okay, I was kind of looking at the link from this ALCE. Anyway, you guys can see acquire over 80 operating solar. So that's running off that news right here. I could tell you guys about the chart. Yeah, sure. How the chart's setting up. I can do that. I just personally don't trade them. But anyway, ALCE. So let's take a look at this. We have a solid uptrend here. Now we have low volume, right? A low pop. A little bit more of a volume. Not as big of a pop. We have some rejection. And then we have a lot of volume. And then the biggest move on the day, right? It's still not as big as we want it to be. So to me, right here, it looks like, buyers got topped out here. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Buyers got topped out here, right? You see increasing volume, and there isn't like a massive increase in the move, right? There isn't a massive increase in the move. Because with this type of volume, we would want to see at least a move here. And this volume right here, right? This candlestick right here is still bigger than the previous ones, right? But the move isn't as big. So there's buyers kind of trapped in this area. So we're going to mark that out, okay? We're going to mark out that area of buyers being trapped. And then the area where we would look for buyers to step in and sellers to kind of chill out on ALCE would probably be down to like this, where this low buying pressure started, right? There isn't that much. So I would kind of start it off this. I would look for a level off of this previous high. And then also the break of this previous high, right? So that's when we started the uptrend. So I would look for entries based off of this. Basically what I would look for here. Is something like consolidation, maybe grab liquidity, and then target this level again, right? So this would be our ad zone, 39.5 area. Price targets would be into the 49.50 area. So that's a great risk to reward trade, all right? But in order for us to make that bigger move, we have to kind of grab liquidity here to the downside. We have to make sure we hit stop losses, grab some retail liquidity before we make that move up. Okay, so the level here is 39.65. That's what we're looking at from the intraday on ALEC. Let's go to the daily chart now. How's the daily looking? Okay, so this level that we have 39.65, you can see we have a decent demand zone here, right? So we can even kind of draw that out where we had buying pressure here before a like kind of a nice move to the upside, right? This is the demand zone we were holding at 39.2 for the move to the 52. So what we'll do is mark that out. Okay. Just to kind of have an idea that, hey, you know, we're looking for a pullback into this 39.65 area. We can start taking starters at 40.4. Start taking starters here. And then pullbacks into 39.65. Right? That would be kind of our accumulation position here. Something like this. That's something we would look for here on ALCE. All right. Plan clear. Plan is clear. Plan is clear. Let's look at the other runners. So let's check out right here. Okay, so we have PALI as one of our runners. Okay, PALI, we know this is a known runner. This thing loves to run, so we'll check that out. Let's see what the chart is showing us. All right, so PALI lines are here from before. I'm going to kind of remove them. Just clean it up. Now let's look at the intraday chart. All right, intraday chart, what are we seeing here? 5 minute, you guys can see there's no candles here, right? There's no other candles except this big gap candle. I don't like trading these that much because it tells me that we need to kind of cool down and dip a little bit, right? There could be a lot of gaps in price here. So I like to go down to the smaller time frame, the 1 minute, and I look for kind of where sellers got trapped, right? Sellers tried to come in right here, not much selling pressure. So this is exactly where I would look for a pullback. This exact area. I'll look in this zone. You guys can see selling, you know, tried to happen. We tried to have sellers come in, but look at the selling pressure. Look at the selling pressure here. Absolutely nothing. That's why we made that massive move to the upside. Grab liquidity. No selling pressure here, right? So we're looking for a pullback into this area. Either we make this high support, which I'll still have drawn out. Okay, I'll have 792 drawn out. But overall, we would look for a dip back into like 760 to 755. That would be the A plus setup for a move back up to like $9. All right, I would look for either here or ideally a dip into here for a bigger move to the upside. All right. And this is kind of where we have to reload. Right, this is where market makers have to grab liquidity. Let's look at the daily chart now. I'm going to mark out significant highs here, significant levels. Yep, PALI is a known low float runner. See, PALI ran recently on high volume. So what we're going to do is we're going to mark out, we marked out this 750 as our support that we want to add at. All right, off of this previous high. So you can see we have a line here, 792, which aligns with our intraday level, right? Aligns with our intraday level right here. Now, one other thing that I like about this is that it gives a lot of range. You guys can see that this support line right here, 836, we stopped traders out, right? We grabbed stop losses below this level and made a move up. So what could happen this time again is if we hold this structure, right? If we hold this structure, we could potentially grab liquidity right below this, right? The other line would be 835. We could potentially hold this level and get that next leg, right? So we have a few levels here. We have this zone here on PALI, which market makers will need to reload if they need more shares to make the bigger move, right? Otherwise, we're looking for 792. Otherwise, we're looking for 835 sweep and soak. All right, so we're going to be watching how these levels are reacting. So we have a few scenarios here. Let's see where the 835 shows on the daily. 835 on the daily, okay. Decent level. And then this would be kind of our price target, 963. Let's see if they grab liquidity over that. Yeah, they grab liquidity over that so far. All right, so here's a quick lesson. We've talked about stop loss raids. We've talked about liquidity. We talked a lot about this stuff, right? So what you look for here is obviously 964. Before I even saw the level, the question I asked myself, did they grab liquidity over this 964? So did they break this high and give a fake breakout? If they did that, right, we're looking for a pullback into a low, right? So maybe 830, which is that low right there. Maybe $8. So we crack. So this is the low right we're looking at, 834, right? Did we crack below a low and grab liquidity? Because we hit stop losses above this, right? This candle right here is the most volume on the day, most buying pressure on the day, right? And if you see more buying pressure, you should see at least a move to this size, right? At least a move to this size, or at least a move to this size. This was the most volume on the day, followed by the smallest candle move. So that doesn't make sense, right? Biggest volume candle, smallest size move does not make sense. That means buyers are getting absolutely trapped here. So we're going to mark this area out as our selling zone. This is where price targets would be. All right. All right. So you guys can see that volume increase, right? Volume increase, candles are not increasing. So that's why we kind of top out here. So now we're using this area as rejections. Once again, like I just said, 835 or 792 or this zone, right? So we're looking for which area on the chart are they grabbing liquidity at? We don't know this, right? We are not 100% sure. That's why we have multiple levels to kind of get a better understanding, right? They could grab liquidity here, walk it down to 792, and then send it. There's so many potential scenarios, right? That's why I'm kind of trying to give you guys a few scenarios so you can kind of see how it plays out. But right now, scenario number 1 is playing out where they grab stop losses below 835 key level, right? They grab stop losses below 835, make that move up. One more stop loss raid to the move up, right? There's so many scenarios. That's why I'm trying to go over a few so you guys can understand and learn. All right, so that's PALI. I hope you guys kind of got to this was more of like a deep analysis of like how I think, right? How I think when I'm trading. It happened, all of this is going on in my mind. So it's a lot, right? It's a lot to take in. That's why I kind of want to break it down for you guys. All right, so what else is next? I'm not going to check out ACAN because you keep saying ACAN, so I'm not going to check it out. GETR. We got a PR here. All right, so that's the next one. All right, GETR. Let's look at the 5 minutes. So as you guys know, if you've been, all right, first thing, as you guys know, I don't like trading penny stocks that much. Second of all, very similar setup to PALI. Very similar setup, right? What did we see on PALI? Let's compare the two charts. Billy, right now I'm not giving any entries. Right now we're just going over a watch list, creating a watch list, and kind of teaching you guys how I do my pre-market analysis. Right, so no entries being taken right now. No ideas being thrown out. Just kind of trying to teach y'all. Big E, it's good. I don't think they are that different between Webull and TradingView. I know there are some differences, right? Like sometimes I see big differences, but I like TradingView to kind of analyze charts. Obviously, the broker is going to be more accurate. Broker is always more accurate. But there is a difference, yes. Can't deny that. Anyway, let's compare the two charts, right? So on PALI, what did we say? On the 5 minute, we have a massive move to the upside, right? And what did I say? First thing I said was, hey, I look for pullbacks. I don't like trading this on the 5 minute. We need to pull back because there's no structure here. It's just a massive move to the upside. There's no structure here. Right? There's no other candle. Like this right here is a little bit different because we have a second candle that kind of gives you more structure. But it's very similar, as in we have a massive move to the upside. Massive move to the upside. So there isn't really like pullbacks which traders can take entries off of, right? So we're gonna go down to the 1 minute, like we did on PALI, and look for some structure. Look at areas where, hey, we can bounce here. All right. So let's do that here on GETR. One thing I would look for, honestly, is a pullback to this 26. Because there is no structure on the 25. All right, I want to say something really funny that I find funny here. The guy who's been saying to check out ACAN, he's been spamming ACAN, right? Just ACAN. He changed his profile picture, came with bro's auto performance, right? Changed his profile picture and then asked professionally. I like that. He's working hard for me to check out ACAN. Like, he came in different. He's talking super professional now. He's new profile picture. Love it. Good work. Good hustle. I'll check out AGBA after this one. But yeah, so GETR, I've seen a lot of these, right, where horizontal line. Okay. I would look for like a liquidity grab below this demand zone. This is something I would like. This is the area that I would look for. I would look for this area of resistance on you know, the initial candle to flip into support and then pullbacks into this 25.9. So my zone would be 27.3 to 25.9. Right, on the 1 minute, there isn't too much on the 5 minute. Like I said, there's a gap. One other thing to remember here is that on PALI, damn, there's the liquidity grabs on PALI that we talked about. It didn't shift over from the other chart, but I'll go over there and show you guys. You guys can see the same anomaly that we had on the 5 minute on the 1 minute on PALI, right? We have a massive move to the upside. A lot of volume coming in, but still there's no move to the downside. There's no move to the upside, right? Biggest volume on the day. There should be a move bigger than this, but there wasn't. So buyers are getting trapped here. Same thing with the GETR on the 5 minute. GETR on the 5 minute, these two are almost the same exact volume right here. Almost the same exact volume, right? But look at this move compared to this move. There's obviously buyers getting trapped here, right? So now this whole area is going to flip into resistance for me. That whole area right there is resistance. Just because this is a fat anomaly. Now we look to the downside. Where's low selling pressure at? Okay, well, low selling pressure on this candle. So maybe what happens is, not really. I would still look for best risk to reward trade here on GETR would be pull back into this level, grab liquidity, make an inverse head and shoulders, and target this level right here. That would be the plan on GETR. I think that's pretty clear. Just because we realize on the 5 minute, we have a volume price analysis anomaly, right? We can see that we have tons of volume come in, almost the same as this previous candle, but there's no move. So now what we're going to do is look for pullbacks on the 1 minute because we have no structure on the 5, right? So we're going to use the 1 minute. On the 1 minute, we want to see stop losses hit below this low. So this is where the 25.9 line comes from. See stop losses hit below this low. make an inverse head and shoulders, and then pull back from 25 area, 26 area to 31 area. Now let's talk about risk to reward. What would the risk to reward trade here be? If let's just say we get like 26 fills, right, for a move up to here 31.5. So that's a 22% move. 26 entries, or yeah, right around there, with a stop loss of under the inverse head and shoulder, under the inverse low. So let's just say the inverse low is 25.12, right? Or even just for hypothetical situation, 25, all right? Is this a good risk to reward trade? Is this a good risk to reward trade? After you grab all stop losses and everyone's cleared out, we make the inverse head and shoulders. How good is this trade? 5.62. 1 to 5 R trade. 1 to 5. So that's what you look for. The people that are buying, you know, people are going to see, a lot of people even that I see in my chat, right, will come and start saying worth watching at this level because they see it running. So they're like, okay, let me start watching it. So you have to start watching it at lower levels, at these key levels, because no one is watching it. No one is watching it when it's hitting the inverse head and shoulders, right? No one. They're like, oh, it looks like crap. Let me stop watching it. But that's how they get you. That's how the most A+ setups are formed, right? They want you to chase this, and then when it dumps, they want you to forget about it. Then they accumulate here. Smart traders like myself and you guys now are going to be buying the bottoms if it sets up for us and selling to the people that are chasing again. See how that rat race works? Every single person that's buying cheap is selling to the people that are chasing. Same thing with PALI, right? Everyone wants to start buying it at resistance and then get stopped out below this low. They grab stop losses and make that move up. Does that make sense? It's kind of how they do these things. That's how, using that zone right here. PALI is setting up. They're grabbing stop losses for the bigger move, looks like. Starting to consolidate. Does that make sense? You guys understand what's going on here on GETR? Now, I'm not saying that this plan is guaranteed, but this is a very high probability setup. Okay? Let's go back to the one chart. Let's look at the 10-minute here on AGBA. AGBA has been a known runner. For the past few weeks, this has been running on the same stupid news, right? And the reason why I didn't really trade it yesterday, what did we say on PALI? What did we talk about on PALI? Oh yeah, we'll go over GETR on the daily. Hold up. What did we talk about on PALI? Let's compare the two charts again. What do I not like between PALI on the 5-minute and AGB on the 1 hour? What's super similar here? What's the similarity? There you go. There you go, 360 world chart. World changers. No structure. There you go, Jay. No structure. Why do you think it pulled all the way back down? Why do you think it dumped all the way down? Because there's no structure. There's nothing holding it up. The move happened so quick. The move happened so quick. You guys see what I mean by no structure now? Boom. Massive move to the upside. No structure. Slow pullback. Slow pullback. Where did we bounce from? Off of that previous resistance now. This right here. This level. We had to find structure. We had to base somewhere. We had to base somewhere. Now what I would look for, I can review IMCC. I just won't trade it. I can kind of show you guys the chart. Yeah, I would look for trades here on AGBA actually off of this level right here, 309. Kind of like this level. 309. Let's just use 303 as well. I like this $3 base level. But on the, you guys, I hope it's pretty clear what I mean by the structure though. Anyway, we'll go down to the 5-minute now because we got our resistance levels. We want to see it flip into support. So For AGBA, let's look for any volume anomalies. All right, let's look for volume. All right, what's going on with the volume here? So same thing. Lot of buying pressure, right? A lot of buying pressure in the smallest move on the day. Do we like that? We do not like that at all. It's not good to see. There's a volume anomaly, right? Now, same thing. A lot of selling pressure here, right? A lot of selling pressure came in, but not a move down. So there's a lot of manipulation going on here. You guys can see that. This looks like an exchange of shares to me. Sellers getting trapped or buyers getting trapped, sellers coming in. Right? That's obviously what happened. They exchanged shares and then boom, move to the downside. Now let's see if we find anything else for a move to the upside. Same thing here. A lot of buying pressure. Absolutely no move over high of day. Boom, dump, exchange shares. So this whole area right here, so far, is full of anomalies. One sec. It's full of unpredictable trash stuff. Right? Do you guys see how I analyze that? This whole area right here is just manipulation now. What do we look for? That's why we look for pullbacks. Buying here just doesn't make sense because your PT would be 315 to 317. You're buying at 309, yeah, sure. But they haven't broken lows. They haven't broken lows and reclaimed. Your PT would be 317, then 330, right? So it's not the best risk to reward trade. So what you want to look for is 309 grab, 304 grab, something like this to actually make a nice move, right? You want to see just like this. We grab liquidity at 304, boom, move to the upside. Right here, low selling pressure. This is where it's looking to turn, right? Low selling pressure right here. So we found the high volume, we find the low volume as well. Low selling pressure right here. So we're going to mark this zone out. We're going to mark this zone out as that bottom. But in order to have a good risk to reward trade, we still need to kind of crack below 304, right? We need to crack below 304 and then make that move up because everything else is just too powered by shorts. It just doesn't make sense to me. They need to, I want to see them kind of release their shares, get trapped down here again to this 307 area and then make that move up. That makes sense? You guys see how I'm doing the VPA, volume price analysis? Let me know if you guys understand here in chat, everything that I've been going over. Yep, VPA. I recommend you guys, I talk about this a lot on my every single person in the premium service, every single person in premium. They have, we talked about it 2 days ago. There you go. Look at Nito in chat. Look at Nito in chat. He said, just got my book today. Thanks, Minnie. That's how you know. We talk about it on premium. Volume price analysis. That's the book. Order it. I'm not going to say it again on stream. See Cam, right there. He got the book. Not going to say it again on stream. Either you get it or you don't. There's free versions online too. All right, let's check up on CTMX. You want to check that out? I think we've done, did we do analysis on this one? No. Okay. Same thing here. Same thing on the 5. What do we say? What do I not like about this? What do I not like about this? Let me know in chat. I want to see if you guys are, in the game. Not just mindlessly watching, but actually learning. Compared to PALI, compared to AGBA, what do I not like about this trade? Yep, no structure. There's no structure here. Where's the previous structure on the 5 minute? 5 minute structure right here. Boom. We mark that out, okay? Now we drop down to the 1 minute because that's a big move to the downside. So we see what the 1 minute's telling us. Where's structure at? Where's volume at? Because on the 5 minute, we can't really do a VPA, right? There isn't much going on. This can still squeeze. Let me tell you why, though. We have a massive, right? We have a massive buy candle, and there's a massive move. So that aligns with everything, right? It aligns with what we look for is anomalies. So we see a massive candle right here on AGBA, or sorry, yeah, on AGBA, but there's no move here compared to the lower volume candles. The highest volume candle on the day right here, but not even half of the move of this candle. But this one indeed has a lot of volume and a massive move. So this is fine. This is good. This is a good candle, but it's so extended. Same thing here, low selling pressure, and we have a lower wick, right? Low selling pressure again against this wick. So buyers are still in full control, but I can't chase up here. I'm not chasing up here. Let's do VPA on the 1 minute because there's none on the 5 that we can really do, right? Right, we can't really do on the 1 minute. I mean, sorry, on the 5 minute right now. So we're gonna go to the 1 minute, and then we're gonna kind of mark out our support and resistance. So where did this anomaly start? The anomaly started not on this candle, because this is fine. This one right here, massive move to the upside. We have a wick, right? Now sellers coming in here. This is where sellers are coming in. Okay, this is where sellers are coming in. This is where sellers get weak. So this whole area is previous sellers. So now where would I look for a trade on CTMX? Off of this previous structure right here. Why is that? Well, we have a lot of buying pressure come in, right? But then sellers step in, and then sellers get weak. So this is the new structure. This is the new structure where sellers get weak, okay? And then buyers step back in. So this whole level, this whole zone right here, to me, is straight buying zone. This is where I would buy on CTMX. 305 to 298 to 295. All right. Pull back into here. Does that make sense? That's what we're looking for on CTMX. Anyways, there's 5 minutes left into market open. All right, there's 5 minutes left in the market open. We have almost a 40-minute stream, probably one of the longest pre-market streams we've had. We went into depth about all these plays. I hope you guys understand volume price analysis. I hope you guys are understanding everything that I'm kind of going over, looking for pullbacks on AGBA, looking for pullbacks on CTMX. I hope I'm avoiding you guys from actually chasing trades and becoming better traders, and you guys actually apply what you learn from here. All right. Other than that, it's been Mini. I hope you guys learned something from this stream. Make sure you guys drop a like on this stream. Drop a like on the stream. If you aren't subscribed already, make sure to guys subscribe. All right. Other than that, I will see you on Friday. If you guys want to come live trade with me right now, the link is right here. It's going to slide from many trades. links. You guys are going to see it. Come trade with me live. 7-day free trial. If you have not been there, it's going to be a complete life changer for you. You guys see the energy that we bring to the table. So come trade with me. Nothing else needs to be said. Peace out.